Hi everyone, Rene Bastarache here, and today I'd like to speak to you about moving on with your life. Just recently I was watching, before I say this, I need to tell you a secret about myself. I am a Trekkie. Just recently I was watching a series called Deep Space Nine, and in one of the episodes, okay, here's what took place. I'm going to have to give you a little rundown of what was happening to explain the message to you. The captain of Deep Space Nine was on a trip into what they call the wormhole. In the wormhole, he met these wormhole aliens. Now, the aliens, picture this, they were beings of spirit, okay, of energy, kind of like, I guess you could say, subconscious beings, or beings that live in the universal consciousness, or spirits. So they were beings of pure energy. Now, as we know, this in the subconscious mind, or in the universal consciousness, there is no past or present. There is only now. Everything is here. So the past is here, the future is here. It's all happened. It's all now. So that would be, I guess you could say, the lifestyle or how beings of energy would live. Unlike us, who are linear beings. What do I mean by linear beings? Okay, we have a life that begins and that ends. It's like the string. There's a beginning to the life and there's an end to the life. Some lives are short, some lives are even longer than this, but there's a beginning and an end to each one of our lives. We go on with a line. Now, as the captain was speaking to these beings of energy, they couldn't understand what he was saying. He was talking about his past and things that have happened, how his wife died. It was a very emotional time for him. And the being that he was speaking to says, "Why are you lying to me?" And he says, "What do you mean?" "Well, if you're a linear being, meaning you always have to move ahead to the end, how come you're living in this specific moment?" And the moment he was living in was the moment where his wife had died. So made me think about how many of us get stuck in things in our past. It's kind of like creating a loop. So some people live a certain moment of their life and live it over and over and over. I see it a lot with, I have a lot of friends that are veterans, being a veteran myself. They probably remember their time in the service, maybe because it was traumatic, maybe it was because the most important thing, the most exciting thing in their life. And they keep on going back to it. So rather than moving on, they get stuck in that loop. See that loop right there? And they live it over and over and go around and around. And the problem is when you're stuck in that loop, you can't move on. What other kind of loops do we get stuck in? Remember, we're linear beings. We're designed to go on until the end. So if you keep on living in that loop and you're there all the time, how can you enjoy life? How can you create new experiences? How about people that might have been someone who might have been a jock in high school, living his glory days of being the quarterback on the football team or the head cheerleader, or anyone who did something very important or even scary or traumatic, people who have been beat on by their parents and they just keep on living that and they can't get beyond how hard their youth was or their adolescence, and they keep on living it so much that they get stuck. So we need to get out of that. So the key is to understand that it is your past. We're linear beings. We need to leave the past in the past and to try to live each and every day as it is, doing the best we can, experiencing new things, moving on. Because just because you're in that loop going over and over doesn't mean you're never going to hit the end. Okay, life is going to end because that's the kind of beings we are. That's how life is. But if you can stop living the loop and moving on, you can enjoy a more fulfilled life. So I thought this was a great thing as I was thinking about it. I wish I could remember the episode in Deep Space Nine, but I don't remember which one it is. But if any of you are Trekkies also, find that episode and put it in the comments below, because it's something, if you watch it, it's very much an eye-opener, and I'm sure you'll like it. So here's what I'll do. The first person that finds that episode where they speak about this and puts it in the comments below will get a prize. So we'll make this a little contest. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you can let go of your past, move forward. And in closing, I'd like to say, live long, and prosper. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.